Welcome back to a new episode of the Animal Odyssey. Today we're taking you to the frozen realm of the Arctic for an epic face-off between two of its most formidable inhabitants, the mighty polar bear and the armored giant, the walrus. These titans represent power and resilience in one of the most extreme environments on Earth. But what happens when their paths cross? Who holds the upper hand in the ultimate Arctic showdown? Stick around as we explore every fascinating detail of these cold-blooded contenders. The Arctic is a land of extremes, where temperatures can plunge to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and daylight can last for 24 hours straight or vanish entirely in the long polar night. It's a place where only the most highly adapted creatures survive. The polar bear and the walrus are two of the largest and most dominant animals in this frozen wilderness, each possessing unique strengths that make them masters of their domain. The question is, when these giants collide, who has the advantage? The polar bear, the apex predator of the ice. The polar bear, Ursus maritimus, is the undisputed ruler of the Arctic food chain. Weighing up to 1,500 pounds and standing nearly 10 feet on its hind legs, this apex predator is built for power, endurance, and lethal precision. Unlike other bears, it is a specialized hunter, almost exclusively feeding on seals, which it hunts on the sea ice. Its sense of smell is so powerful that it can detect prey from over 20 miles away. What truly makes the polar bear a master of its domain? Its thick fur, which appears white but is actually transparent, helps it blend seamlessly with the snowy backdrop. Beneath its skin lies a thick layer of blubber, acting as both insulation and an energy reserve. In the frigid waters, its large, slightly webbed paws serve as natural paddles, allowing it to swim for days in search of food. Polar bears have been recorded swimming over 60 miles at a stretch, an extraordinary feat of endurance. Despite their power, polar bears are facing an increasing struggle for survival. The melting Arctic ice due to climate change forces them to travel greater distances to find food. Some bears have even resorted to scavenging on land, an unusual behavior that highlights their adaptability, but also their desperation. They've been observed hunting birds, raiding human garbage dumps, and even attempting to take down larger terrestrial mammals like reindeer. However, none of these prey offer the rich fat content that seals provide, making survival even more challenging for these majestic predators. The walrus, the armored titan of the ice. Enter the walrus, Odobenus rosmarus, a colossal marine mammal that rivals the polar bear in both size and resilience. A fully grown male, or bull, can weigh over 4,000 pounds and grow up to 12 feet long. While they may seem like slow-moving giants, walruses are anything but defenseless, their most iconic feature. The enormous tusks, which can reach lengths of over 3 feet and are used for fighting, defense, and even helping them haul their massive bodies onto ice sheets. Walruses may not be apex predators, but they have powerful tools for survival. Their thick blubber provides insulation against the freezing temperatures, while their highly sensitive whiskers, or vibrissae, help them detect shellfish buried in the seabed. Their diet consists mostly of clams and other mollusks, but a hungry walrus has been known to eat small seals and even scavenge carcasses when food is scarce. Walruses are incredibly social creatures, often huddling together in massive groups on ice floes. This strategy offers protection against predators like polar bears, as a tightly packed herd of walruses can present an impenetrable wall of blubber and tusks. When faced with danger, they create a stampede toward the water, an effective defense mechanism that can crush an unlucky predator caught in the chaos. The sheer weight of a single walrus can be enough to break the bones of any creature standing in its way. Survival in the Arctic is a brutal test of endurance, adaptation, and sheer willpower. Temperatures can plummet to minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and the environment is constantly shifting as ice floes break apart and refreeze. For polar bears and walruses, this extreme setting shapes every aspect of their behavior. Polar bears rely on sea ice as their hunting grounds, waiting patiently by breathing holes for seals to surface. However, climate change is rapidly melting the ice, making hunting increasingly difficult. Meanwhile, walruses prefer to stay near the ice edge, where they can easily dive for food. When threatened, they retreat to the water, where they can hold their breath for up to 30 minutes. In these frigid waters, walruses have another secret weapon: dense bones. Unlike most marine mammals, which have lighter skeletons for buoyancy, walruses have thick, heavy bones that help them sink quickly to the ocean floor while foraging. This adaptation makes them excellent deep divers, capable of reaching depths of over 260 feet to search for food. They can consume up to 6,000 clams in a single feeding session, using their vacuum-like mouths to suck mollusks from their shells. While polar bears are skilled hunters, walruses are not their usual prey. Attacking a walrus is a high-risk, high-reward endeavor. A lone polar bear may attempt to target a young, weak or injured walrus, but even that is a dangerous move. The sheer size and strength of a full-grown walrus make it nearly impossible to take down alone. However, there are recorded instances of desperate polar bears attempting to prey on walrus calves or even adults. The strategy? Isolate an individual from the herd and attack from behind, aiming for the neck where the blubber is thinner. But walruses are not defenseless. They fight back with their sharp tusks, powerful flippers, and sheer mass. A single strike from a walrus can easily injure or even kill a polar bear. In most cases, the bear is forced to retreat, exhausted and wounded, while the walrus escapes back into the icy waters. Polar bears have been seen waiting near the water's edge, hoping to ambush a walrus emerging from the sea. However, walruses often work together, using their sheer numbers to intimidate potential attackers. In the end, the battle between polar bears and walruses is not just about brute strength. It's a story of survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth. The polar bear remains the king of Arctic predators, while the walrus continues to hold its ground with sheer size and resilience. Their encounters are rare but dramatic, showcasing the raw power and incredible adaptations of these Arctic giants. That's it for today's episode of the Animal Odyssey. If you enjoyed this epic showdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Watch more of our videos and stay tuned for something even more thrilling coming up. See you soon.